Today, we will be flying a jet. Basically, what's happening is we are flying all the way across Mexico for no reason whatsoever. I don't know why I picked Mexico. I could have picked a smaller place like Panama. We could have seen the Panama Canal. But right now, it's live to how it is at this exact moment. So, however long this takes, which I think it'll probably be pretty long, I wouldn't doubt it. But let's get it ready. Now, I don't have to really worry about fuel or anything. Oh no. Nope, wrong button. No, I don't need activities. Can we... I think I need to be traveling. I haven't really done anything like this in a long time. Yeah, I think we'll just follow this. It is beautiful. It is very beautiful. I am not going to acknowledge. But I'm just gonna leave my afterburners on. North. Yeah. This is the correct direction, I feel like. Launch bar. Landing lights. What did I just do? But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We're just flying. But yeah. Where is autopilot? Um, where's my autopilot at? It's quite beautiful out here, actually. Look at all the city lights. It's actually looking beautiful. Santa Cruz Airport. Everything looks beautiful out here. It's beautiful nighttime. I mean, God, you don't see this too often. It's just beautiful. Even though this isn't the newest 2024 edition, I heard like pretty bad things about it with Xbox and stuff. So I just bought the 40th anniversary. It's a little cheaper, also, but it still looks incredible. This is the one I started off with, anyway. So, God, it is just so. Yeah, I just don't know how to describe it besides just pure joy. I mean, we're going into a region where there's no light. I think that's like there's some over there. I don't know why it's not telling me Nebaj, whatever the flip its name is. Yeah, it's actually so beautiful out here. Nice queer flight through Mexico. Whee! Love doing that. Just dope as flip. We still got some ways to go, but we are traveling at 593. I don't know what we're measuring it in. In meters a second. No, that's a lot of meters a second. I don't know about that one. Just look at the afterburner. Just it looks beautiful. I think it's time that we do have a little bit of fun while we're at it. I think this is a body of water. That's what it looks like. But yeah, we're going slowly down and down, gaining velocity. Alright, already at 700. I wonder if we're gonna break the sound barrier. I feel like we're traveling relatively fast. I'm not sure this is... I would feel like this is the correct way because in between north and west is from Phoenix and a little point in Mexico. There's no lights here. I am basically just going off of, with my altitude sensors. Hold up. Yeah, just slowly getting back up to some height. But heck yeah. Look at those beautiful city lights. Small, but yeah, it's its own place in my heart. $14.99. I think we were at 700 earlier. It's just something nice that we could put on for a little bit. Nothing more, nothing less, you know. I don't think that's on our flight path. I would go down there and do some low flying for a little bit. It's not really on our path to freedom. It looks like we're getting back into some more urban areas. It looks like to the left of us, or straight ahead, we have a pretty big city over there. Miguel Alman Airport. I don't speak good Spanish. But that's pretty big, from what we've seen so far. We got some other little spread out little areas of housing and buildings. It's looking alright. I don't know if we got, you know, we're kind of off course by a little bit. Let's just trying to make sure I'm still climbing. I want to make sure we're doing that. But it looks like we have this long highway looking thing in front of us. Not in front of the plane, in front of the camera. That's how I'm going to be going off of. And a little farther ahead of us, we got a small city, it looks like. Maybe a town, I don't know. And right under us, right there, looks to be I don't know if that's a body of water or forest. I can't really tell. We got a big city coming up to the top right-hand corner of us. A bigger city. I don't know. It looks like they got a nice highway system for Mexico. Yeah, here's we're coming up to it. It doesn't look as big as I thought it would be, but I don't really think size matters in that case. I think it's okay, but we got a pretty large city in front of us. Um, got some scattered lights below us in a weird pattern. Kind of like a river looking thing. We got a small town down there where those big cluster of lights are, but it's actually relatively small. We don't judge. Yeah, there we go. There's the big city. Yeah. If it was just those bright lights, I would have been more concerned about size, but no, this is pretty big. I'm happy this is the way we're taking things, just incredible. But yeah, pretty nice place. Even though we can't really see much of the buildings, I still think it would look nice if I went down there and took a look at it. Um, to the right of us, I think we got. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just some more highways. Doesn't look like we got much to go with. There's a little cluster of lights below us. Don't really know what city those are. I'm just looking at clusters of lights and looking to see how big a city is. That's literally all I'm doing. Oh, looks like we got another little highway system, and as we see cities start to load in, um, or not really cities even, these are just lights strewn around everywhere, and I just don't understand what's going on with it. But that's okay. We got another little town or city in front of us. I think it'd be pretty big if I went down there. And below us, not right below us, but right in front of us now, we got a small cluster of lights. Probably just a small town, nothing to be like, ooh, yeah, jump up and down for. But another cluster of lights right in front of us. There's two, one below us, and then one a little bit ahead. Looks like we still got some highways going up. Um, I think we're looking at some good stuff. I think coming soon to maybe like a few more airports that we see, we might just go land, dust off a little bit before we get back into it. City-wise, I'm not looking at much besides right below us. Not really that much, but I think it's fine. Still got the beautiful afterburners going on. Traveling very quickly. But I think besides that, we don't got very much to look at now. There's a big city over there in the horizon. If you see that orange, looks like just light pollution, which means it's a pretty big city up in there. I don't think we're necessarily above the clouds. I'm not totally for sure. Nice skylight, though. I'm impressed. We're at 1393. 1392. $13.90. Yeah, we've got some time left. This is just a simple flight. Look at all that. Wonder if that's either city or that's just the game. From what I'm picking up with context clues, I think that's a city, and that looks pretty damn big. I would go check it out if I had the time, but, you know, we're kind of on a tight schedule delivering this one man to Phoenix, Arizona. That's where we're going, by the way. As I said, we're traveling all the way across Mexico. Plan de Alala? Plan de Ala? Or Ayala? I don't know, but it looks like a pretty long road, and it looks like we're coming up on a pretty big city ourselves. So I think we could probably do a low check. Maybe if we have some time. I would like to go from Phoenix, Arizona all the way to New York City. I think that'd be fun. Do some stunts around New York. I think we might take a bigger plane though. Maybe not. If we're doing stunts, I'd like to prefer to keep this plane. But yeah, look at the roads though. Like in front of us, like it just looks beautiful. Like imagine driving on it. Like how far you'd have to drive just to get down that long stretch of highway. It looks like if it's truly straight in real life like that, I think that'd be dope to have a race on. Mexico sounds pretty dope, but, you know, I live all the way in Missouri. I can't be going all that. Let's see, 1357. But yeah, it looks like we're coming up on Big City. We will at least see it. So I'm very excited to see that. We got some clusters down below, but I'm not really seeing much to be excited for. Besides a pretty big looking highway system, I think that's a highway system. I'd be damned if it wasn't, but... yeah, it looks like a highway, just the lights are big. Which I don't mind that, you know. I think it adds to the aesthetic. I don't think this game, like... I think realism is necessary, but I don't think it needs to be, like, picture-perfect realism. Would I like that? Yes, I would. Like, if I flown through New York, it'd actually feel like flying a plane in New York instead of, like, flying a normal-sized plane into, like, 75% size in New York City. Or even 50% size at that. Yeah, 25% size. You know, we'll just keep going down since I feel like I could fly. Like, I went to New York this year, and flying around it was much quicker, which no duh, but I don't know. Oh, we're starting to come up across some big cities. I'd like to see, you know, a city in our path sometime besides that little one. I just want something that we could go straight through without breaking course, really. 1339. I think we'll stop it when we get around the 12s. I don't think we need to go much farther than that today. Yeah, it's Swell City under us. $13.24. You know, we've made it quite a ways. I think just keeping the afterburners on is just what's necessary. Keep us trucking through. I think the afterburners are so pretty, though. This whole game is just pretty. It's just a watching. It's like watching Paint Dry Simulator, I'd say. Except you're flying, and I could just make this plane take a nosedive. But I think it's just really beautiful. I think if we just take the time to admire what we're seeing here. $13.14. So yeah, we'll probably land at the nearest airport. Which I don't think there is one in sight. And wherever we land, I'm gonna make a note of it. So like we could start there next time. Tito 7 and still no cities in sight. So it looks like we might be getting down to the Air 12s. I think that's just bad planning on me. On my part. I think we're probably going to do a rough landing. I'm not too good at regular landings yet. Not really my strong suits as of right now. 1295. I think this might be our ocean part, because we do have a little bit of it stretching across the ocean. And I wouldn't feel like I'm entirely wrong if that's the case. Now, I think why the buildings are so small is to size it down so that you can get the places in a more timely fashion. Because like this trip would probably take hours and hours and hours. We've done in 20 minutes. I think that's why everything is just shrunk, so that, you know, it's actually acts as a video game. The more I think about it, the more I just appreciate what the game has, you know. I mean, the Washington Monument, it's a literal building. They didn't shape anything out for it. Now, maybe in one of the texture packs, little upgrades that's installing right now, maybe they'll fix that. Hopefully. If not, I'm not gonna be too mad. We have nothing for miles and miles and miles and miles. I'm thinking we might have to get to 11 today, actually, so you guys are getting some extra streaming time from Big K. Ooh, what's this big red button? Position light. An operative. Ooh. Yeah, so I think we are gonna end up making it across the ocean. I think since we're 27,000, I think we could start a slow descent. I don't think doing a slow descent, as long as we're just gaining some speed. It looks like city in the distance, but I don't want to go all the way over there. Yeah, I think this is the ocean part, though. But we are traveling extremely fast. If we think about it. Right now it is nighttime and it's beautiful out here. I would like to do this in the day, but I think we would do I'm thinking an LA to New York sometime. And we just make it with the one of the slower biplanes, maybe have fuel and all. But you know, if we I want to start a little bit of a descent so that we can gain some airspeed. Not too much, but just enough. Now it's beautiful. I wish I could see like where we were on the map. I don't think that much VS is warranted. Maybe it is. The next city we see, so we're already at 1226. So I'd be damned. I think we could complete this in one night if I really wanted to. We could get pretty close to Arizona. But I think that'd be just a waste of time, and a waste of y'all's time too. I think we'll just stick to... I think the next video, I think we're gonna talk about topics while we're flying, since this has been a pretty boring stream. Not just for you, but for me too. It's just doing this. I mean, Flight Simulator isn't really meant to be like a fun game. It's like you're actually flying from point A to point B like an actual pilot. But this is the ocean port, which I will say the ocean portion is probably the biggest. And like you can't really see anything either, so it's just like oh wow, is that lightning? Wow. That's scary. Hey, we're at 11,000 nautical miles now. Oh, damn. Damn. That's dope as heck. Oh, that is. Get me out of Mexico, dude. Wow. Whoa. It's beautiful, though. I see trees of green, red roses too. Yeah, we are most definitely over the ocean, if not some like crazy forest. Now that it's been 34 minutes, I think we could actually start to get into the real stuff now. I think everyone here is a loyal follower. I don't think anyone's gonna necessarily be against the things I say here, because you've been watching me for 30 minutes. You'll just accept whatever I put into your mouth at this point. Yeah. I don't know. You know, That's what I've been thinking lately. I don't know. Anyways. Tired. I think we might fly to Arizona, to Missouri. We'll probably find a nice place. Kansas City, St. Louis, maybe Springfield. I think we do Springfield. I think that'd be the better place. No more lightning, though. So whatever that was, we're behind it now. Oh, no we're not. I see trees of green. Red roses, too. Yeah. I do not know where the nearest place is. But, yeah. I think we're on the open ocean. Wish we could land it somewhere in the Caribbean. I'm not trying to make this full flight today. I'm okay on that one. No, I've just had my hands off the controller for a little bit now and just let it go. I think this game is fun, like... I don't think this game is a fun game. I don't think this is what we'd casually think of when we think of fun. I think of fun like Ready or Not or a game like that, but this game, I think it's more of an art piece more than a fun game. I think it also takes a job and it also puts into the game, kind of like a retail simulator, but with flying. I haven't been doing much working wise. But we keep going. 11:31. There's Mexico. Or maybe we're on Mexico? I don't know. We're almost at 10,000 nautical miles. I've been reading it wrong the whole time. 1,000. Only 1,000 nautical miles? Alright, so now it doesn't feel as far anymore. That's okay. I would like to be back in Mexico. Trying to be what you want me to be. I don't know, if you made it here, you know, you're absolutely a mad lad. Because I could not sit through this myself, dude. We almost made it 10 or 1,100 nautical miles. Or 1,000. I don't even know basic math. Heck yeah. I'd like to land halfway in this trip, but it doesn't seem like we can. Hey, is that city up there? I think we might be able to land there. Come on, city, give me something. You know what? I'll get us moving there. Still have about 1,087 nautical miles. So I'm thinking by the time we reach it, it'll be 10,000 maybe. Yeah, I'd say so. But it's a smaller city. I don't know if they'll actually have an airport. Hoping they do. I think we'll meet it. Every second I'm wasted more than I can take. Oh, the times when I actually used to use Discord. Sometimes I just like to take a break from things. Look around. What did pressing Y do? Was that maybe turbulence? I think that this is the next big city that's coming up, so I think there will most definitely be, maybe that city's close to America. I think we're over the ocean now. As it slowly gets bigger. It's finally coming to view. Our landing spot. It's looking beautiful. To all y'all who said I couldn't make it, I could make it. We are coming up real close on that. I don't think shutting off the afterburners just yet is necessary. start making our turns. I'd be diverting off a little bit. We'll turn off the afterburners. Start to lose some altitude and some momentum. Now we're going at a pretty good descent rate. So once we can find this airport, because I'm not going off of anything. This is a city I haven't even seen before. So I hope to God there's an airport. Is that an airport? A lot of things could look like an airport. We are just straight up gliding at this point. I don't think this is the right way to be going about things, but there's gotta be an airport here. Is there seriously not even one? Well, uh-oh. I think this is just another relatively small town. Wait, that's an airstrip. There we are. That's not good speed. That's like falling out of the airspeed. Uh-oh, we're coming crashing. Where's that airstrip? Right there. I gotta do a little bit of turning and stuff. Land a gear. This will probably take 2 attempts. Too slow, too slow, too slow, too slow. I repeat. We're gonna have to go on for another run. Promise I'll get this. We're gonna do it from the wrong way, but we're military. So we can do whatever the flip we want. So we don't care about civvies. Oh, we're already at falling out of the air speed. No. Give me some toot. Give me some toot. Give me some spunk. Give me some spunk, man. We can do it. Nope. Nope. We got it. 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 Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Coming in for landing. Coming in for landing. Mayday. 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 Holy crap. We might not make it. We might. Come on. Mayday. 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 Mayday, 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 mayday. Hello. Good morning, USA. That's Arkansas. Max. Alrighty, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.